Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, have you ever wondered just how well you're paid compared to the next man or woman? Well, if you're working in a company which employs more than 250 people, you'll soon be able to find out. The government hopes that forcing bosses to reveal how many women get top dollar will shame them into ensuring equal pay. Critics say, though, that the figures won't tell the full story. Darshna Soni reports.
You could be doing the same job, but whether you get the same pay can still depend simply on whether you're a man or a woman. On average, women are taking home around £100 a week less than men. Few are immune, it seems, not even the FBI's most famous paranormal investigators.
I'm here.
Gillian Anderson recently revealed that in the original series, she had to fight 3 years to get paid the same as her co-star. And yet, when the latest episodes were commissioned, she was still offered half the pay of David Duchovny.
I know what I'm doing.
So, what's the answer? Well, according to the government, naming and shaming companies in a new league table. By 2018, those with over 250 employees will be forced to publish their pay gaps.
We are looking at depressing imagery, but that's okay. Women looking depressed.
Natalie Mayer is founder of Kerning the Gap, a campaign to get more women into leadership roles in the design industry.
What we've got is this challenge of getting to pay equality within a generation.
So will it affect a company's brand if they are named and shamed in this way?
I'd love to say yes. It will immediately affect their share price and consumers will actively boycott them. The reality is we know that to be true. There are plenty of brands that have behaved in ways that are less than desirable and yet they still survive.
The UK's first Equal Pay Act was introduced way back in 1970, putting into law that men and women should be entitled to equal pay for equal work. But since then, progress has been frustratingly slow. In fact, in some sectors, the pay gap has actually widened in recent years. That's why some campaigners feel that today's announcement doesn't go far enough. Women, on average, earn nearly 20% less than men. That's equivalent to 80 pence for every pound earned by a man. But the league table won't come in for another 2 years, and there won't be a requirement for companies to act on any pay gap.
Publishing a figure on its own isn't really enough, so we need to know how they've arrived at that figure. We also need to have an action plan in place. So if you find you've got a pay gap, the next question is what are you going to do about it? So they need to be required to have an action plan. And then thirdly, we need to have meaningful penalties for employers who don't play ball, who don't comply.
The government says it wants to secure real equality for women, although at the current rate of progress, it'll be 47 years until the gender pay gap is closed.
Long way to go. Darshna Soni there.